Today, we are looking at the 10 rarest unlocks in all of Blox Fruits. Some of these items you've probably never heard of, and honestly, the top 4, it might not even be possible to get them anymore. They are kind of insane. Speaking of things that are almost impossible to get, guys, if you press like on today's video, leave a comment down below and be subscribed, you'll have a chance to win a permanent devil fruit of your choice. I'm giving away a permanent devil fruit every video until the update, which means I'm going to give away permanent fruits forever. The 10th rarest and probably the most often seen of them all is the Leviathan Shield. It's a mythical accessory that requires mirror fractals and Leviathan scales. This means that you've at least gone and defeated the Leviathan multiple times and the Doe King boss. Don't confuse this with Sanguine Art, because Sanguine Art requires you to have the special boat and to bring the Leviathan heart all the way back. No. This shield, which I don't even have because I'm trash at the game, it's pretty rare. If you do happen to acquire the shield, you will get 15% defense against melee, sword, and gun attacks, 30% defense against sea events, which is really nice, 90% protection against sea damage, also insanely good if you're grinding sea events, and plus 1,000 health. It's not hard to find because the Beast Hunter's right there, but it does require you to do all of the hardest content in the game. Up next is my favorite sword in the game, the Dark Dagger. Now, this one's a little bit objective because it has an incredibly low drop rate and it requires you to get a chalice, do all of the Hucky color puzzles so that you can summon the boss. It's a huge pain, but it has been around for a long time, so a fair few people do have it at this point. For those of you who don't know, you have to equip the correct color of Hucky and then come over and press each button. So this one will require the legendary white Hucky. And then on the roof of this, you require the pink Hucky. And then around the back, you need the red Hucky. All three are legendary colors, so they cost 7,500 fragments each. Then you have to kill elite hunters, like what this guy can give you. I don't have any at the moment, but I have killed a total of 240. Wow. This will give you the God's Chalice. So once you've done the puzzle, you've got the chalice, you click here. It summons the Rip Indra boss, which has a 5% chance to drop the Dark Dagger. It took me over 2 weeks of pretty much doing it every day to get this stupid dagger, but it's amazing. There is nothing more fun than finishing up a combo with the Shame Slash into Impale to kill people. It is very funny. Number 9 is an item that I actually don't even have because it's a massive pain, and that is the Fox Lamp. I have it on one of my alt accounts, and that was just for a video. I've never bothered doing it on my main account. So in order to unlock the Fox Lamp, and the reason that I've put it so high on the list at number 8 is basically you need to head out into the sea event area where you can see your difficulty number over on the left here. Just as the message appears, the light of the full moon has shone through the clouds, you have to cross over from level 5, which is crazy difficulty, to level 6, which is the question mark difficulty, where your ability to see disappears. If you do it fast enough after the full moon has just come up, the shrine will spawn. And that's just the start. Once you've found the shrine, you have to activate it while the full moon is there, and then these azure embers are going to appear all around the island. You've got to chase these things down and collect them, and you're going to need to get 25. While you can get decent rewards just for 15 of them, you're going to want to do the full 25 to get the best chance. And the issue here is that not only can you get a physical kitsune fruit, which is a 0.1% chance, so that's insane. You can get nothing, and also the ribbon, the mask, the title, the color, or just 750 fragments, which is trash. And then if you're super lucky, the Fox Lamp. All of these are pretty rare, but the Fox Lamp just seems to be insanely rare compared to the others. Some people get lucky, they get it first try. It took me 3 days of doing it once an hour, every hour. And it wasn't worth it. But because of that, you don't see many people using the Fox Lamp because it's a massive pain to get. Back at the Tiki Outpost again, because this place is the worst, we have Rarest Unlock number 7, and it is hidden underground here with your boy Shappy. Shappy's the GOAT. The only reason that anything in this game looks good right now is because of Shappy. He made Blox Fruits look like a real game. And his fighting style is also insanely good. So similarly to the Leviathan Shield that I don't have, you're going to need to kill the Leviathan in order to unlock the Sanguine Art. We all know how to do this. Not many people actually do it. So once you've defeated the Leviathan, which means you've bribed the guy, you've got 5 other friends, you're on a boat for multiple hours to unlock the frozen area, you fought the Leviathan, you've killed it, you already have to have the correct boat unlocked, and then you can shoot the heart with the chain cannon at the front of the boat and drag it all the way back to Tiki Outpost without anybody dying. Once you hit the Tiki Outpost, it turns into the physical item in your inventory, which is this bit here. It goes into your inventory. And then you can trade it along with a Dark Fragment, 2 Demonic Wisps, 20 Vampiric Fangs, and I don't know what that is. Scrap, maybe? Or something? It's something. You need 20 of something else. No, that must just be a bug on the wiki. And then you also need 5 million belly and 5,000 fragments. The reason this is so difficult is because it requires you to play the game without logging out for multiple hours at a time. And it can only happen if you have 5 or more people on your boat. So you've got to have friends. You've got to be able to play for multiple hours a day. You've got to have the 7,500 fragments required to bribe this guy up here so that you can actually find the Leviathan. There is so much that goes into Sanguine Art, and that's why it's broken. It's so good. It's been around for a long time, but people still panic whenever you attack them with Sanguine Art because they don't know it. They don't get to fight it a lot, and they know it's good. And number 6 on the list, one that might surprise you and really surprised me. It's V4, boys. I didn't realize this until I started getting into PvP recently, but most people are not capable of finding the blue gear. It's too difficult, so they give up. Most people who are even regular PvPers, but most people who are your average player, they cannot unlock V4 because of the Mirage Island part with the blue gear. It's just too many for them, man. They try once or twice, they give up. And now, when you PvP, if you use V4, 50% of the time, people will call you a cheater for using V4. That's how hard it is to get these days. They made it easier. You don't even need the full moon anymore. But people still get so upset if you use V4 because it's just overpowered and most players can't get it. Let me give you a couple of tips that you could use if you are trying to get to V4. Number 1 is that if you're going to look for the island, go to danger level 5. This says between 4 and 5. Take your boat out, go between 4 and 5. You no longer need the full moon. See that half moon right there? If I was at the top of Mirage Island and I used my race ability and stared at it, that would work with the mirror fractal. You do not need the full moon anymore. It is easier if you're in a group of people because all of you can spawn a unique Mirage Island, so there's more chances if there's more people. There are also other little things that you could do in game. So for example, if you have the soul guitar, like so, you can actually stand in and use the El Diablo, and this will light the area up. It makes it easier to see. You can also use Soul Shaker, and it kind of helps a little bit because it glows. If you have the Buddha Fruit, you can go in the first person and shift, and it will also cause a glow that makes it a little bit easier to see. Only for a second, but you can see a little bit easier for a moment. It lets you get little hints about where you are on the island. And also the V move for Magma Volcanic Storm. The magma has a little bit of a glow, so it can help you see in the distance as well. But the biggest one is if you do this before the island spawns, it won't work. So let me explain. If you go to the left-hand side of your screen and you click on the clog, there is a fast mode option. This makes it easier to see in the darkness, but you have to press fast mode after Mirage Island has spawned. If you press it before the spawn, the Mirage Island will spawn with all of its textures. It won't be in fast mode. And then you'll be able to, like, the darkness will be, it'll be too dark. It makes it way easier to see if you're in fast mode. The wiki doesn't have a photo comparing the two of them, but you should seriously go onto the wiki and look at this map right here. This is the one I use every time. You start here whenever, this is where you look at the moon, and then you drop down and it shows you a path that you can take. And you basically just look for landmarks like this large rock here, the tree, this weird shaped hill, and then the rise right here. So this is a good landmark, right? Oh, look, purple circle is an easy location to use as a map marker. Yeah, I also use this tree as a map marker. So if I think I'm here, I run northeast. And if I see that tree, I know exactly where I am. But at the end of the day, I think finding the blue gear comes down to luck. If you don't find it in the first 3 or 4 spots, you'll probably get lost, and that'll be it. You'll have to start again. Up next is a debatable item, but most people do trade for this if they are endgame, and that is not just the Dark Blade. Obviously, getting the Dark Blade is a little bit of a pain, but you can just buy the Dark Blade, which means it's not difficult to unlock. It just costs money. No, what I'm actually talking about that is difficult to unlock is the Chess Yoru skin, or Yoru version 3. This requires you to first finish a puzzle in the first sea to unlock Yoru version 2, and then you have to summon Darkbeard in the second sea while having a second Fist of Darkness and then running over to the graveyard and unlocking a special door. This will give you the white Yoru skin, also known as Chess Yoru, which for some incredibly annoying reason, all of its attacks are black and white, which is super cool. But when you swing, the green is still there. It's very annoying. But yes, you unlock the Chess Yoru. You need to get 2 Fists of Darkness. You guys know how insanely difficult that is. You get one from killing sea beasts, and the second one spawns in a chest somewhere in the server only after the server has been live for 4+ hours. So it takes a minimum of 4 hours. I believe you also get a title when you do this, I think. There you go. That's the one. Slayer of God. Unlock the graveyard secret. So you could kind of say Slayer of God / Chess Yoru is what I have put at number 5. Anybody given enough time and effort can unlock the Yoru through trading. But then just getting the blade is only the beginning. Unlocking the Chess Yoru takes 4+ hours in a single server. And if we go into the Blox Fruits value calculator right now and we read Dark Blade, 215 million, right? The dragon is currently worth 180 million as a physical fruit, not even as a game pass. So you could take the dragon plus, I don't know, maybe probably not the kitsune. That might be too much. You put the kitsune in and it's too expensive. That is insane to me. So I guess in theory, you could trade a dragon fruit and a leopard fruit for a dark blade right now. That's wild. And then after that, you would still have to do a double quest line, get 2 Fists of Darkness just to unlock the black and white version of this sword. Oh, boys, we're moving into the crazy stuff now. Top 4 items that you will probably never own. Let me show you number 4, the rarest title in all of Blox Fruits, one that I'm so happy to say I actually have. As you can see above my head, I've got my last stop crew, but right here, my title is Invalid Json, where if we look at my my alt account here, an innocent man, his title is His Majesty. I have the rarest title in Blox Fruits that you can technically get, but it requires insanity. In order to unlock the Invalid Json title, first of all, you're going to need a large YouTube channel. And even then, you've got to be picked specially, right? I got super lucky. I was early to the game. You're going to need your own title added into the game, my title being Magic Slayer. Once your title's added into the game, you need to be the only person with it equipped. You need to log out and then ask staff to change the color of your title. And if you do that, the original title that you had equipped will no longer exist because it's been replaced by a different colored version of the title, and you will be given Invalid Json. I can never change titles or I will lose this. It's the rarest thing I own in the game. It's the rarest title in the game, and that is why it is number 4 on our top 10 list. I just wanted to flex my title on you guys. For years, I have not taken this title off. I know, you're so jealous right now. It's so cool. I have such a cool little word above my head. If I told you that Triple Dark Blade was number 3 on this list, do you know what number 2 and what number 1 would be? Leave your guesses down below. I am one of the only large YouTubers from the original group that does not have the Triple Dark Blade, and I think that's because I'm bad at the game, because the other guys who got it are a lot better than me at PvP. So you used to be able to unlock this by winning tournaments. Admin held PvP tournaments would allow you to unlock the Triple Dark Blade. The thing is, I just don't know if they do that anymore, which means it might not be possible to get this sword at the moment. Actually, the obtainment has been updated and it says that it is only given out on extremely rare occasions. So there you go. I am certain that people have won PvP tournaments to get this. Look at what it costs to upgrade. 25 Dark Fragments, 99 Dragon Scales, and 99 Magma Core. That's not too bad. That's insane. That's cruel. It also can get the in-game Slayer skin, which is super awesome. But this is only number 3 on our list of things that you can get in the game. Next up is an item that looks a lot like my pink coat, although like a lower detail version, that used to be available to a very special crew. Back in July of 2019, there was a tournament hosted by E, and the reward was a custom cape or a coat. It also had a special ability that gave them access to the disguise command, which is insane. Can you imagine? Although the item has now been removed because you could join their crew and get access to it. So they were selling it in exchange for Robux. Obviously, all these cool things get ruined by people. But yes, here is the DS coat. I have seen one of these in game because an admin joined me once. It has been a very long time since I've seen one of these in game, and it is incredibly rare. Most people probably don't even know that it exists. But there was a point where you could obtain it just by joining the correct crew, until they ruined that and it was removed from the game. And finally, the rarest item or unlock in this game. What do you think it's going to be? I've done everything, man. The triple dark blade, invalid Json, DS coat. What could the last one be? It's actually an item that I had the pleasure of holding at one time. I actually held it in my little Lego man hands at one point many years ago, and that is the meme devil fruit. A lot of people who are new to the game wouldn't even know that this mythical devil fruit existed at one point in the game. The only way to obtain it was to have an admin or a developer give it to you, which is what happened to me. There was one dropped. I picked it up. It was completely like invisible in my hand, but I was able to I don't even know if you would eat it as much as I picked it up and then it activated. I can't remember. There might be a video on my channel. But basically, you have the ability to spawn traffic cones, and that's it. It looks like the first time this fruit was ever revealed was in an Axior video. That's a massive throwback, and Kit currently has them in his inventory, I believe. I only ever had the chance to use one once, and I used it to ride high on the ground with cones. But yeah, the meme fruit, if you're a special boy, one day you might have access to it. I think it might be 100% removed now. I can't remember. But it's definitely the rarest of the rare. There was like a large group of people that had the DS coat. So many people have the triple dark blade, except for me. I'm super rare with the invalid Json, but the meme fruit is definitely the rarest of the rare. Let me know if you disagree with the list in the comment section down below. Is there anything that I missed? Legendary secret admin items that I've never even seen before? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching. I will be back from Japan soon, so new videos very soon.